Check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. It seems like we are in business. Wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Jonas Nebraska. We are live. We are rocking Fulham and Spurs. This game is at Craven Cottage. And we are going to do our best to forget that last one. Because that was special. Like, there's no other way I can describe that except that was just... That was, yeah, you know what? Let's not even make a big deal about that. Let's just pretend like that did not happen. But we are on. Stream is going. And welcome once again. This is Fulham. This is Spurs. This is at the cottage. I am trying to make sure because I think I actually am on point. We tried to start at a decent time. I gotta find a way to get my chats all synced up, but nonetheless, we are going lineups. Actually, let us get back to starters. There we go. And as you can see, with Sasha Lukic out, lineup is usually what most people... Willian is actually in the lineup this time. So he's getting a start, but everything else is what you should expect. Bert Leno, Castagna, Anderson, Bassi, Robinson was still with the armband, Pereira, and yes, we've added a little something new at the bottom. It is the Andreas Pereira counter. What the purpose of that is of course Pereira counting. People who know Andreas Pereira and his tendency, we'll go tendency for fouls. He likes to do the fouling. So yeah, that's there. Sanderberg, Willian again with the start. Iwobi, Emil Smith-Rowe, and Jimenez. For Spurs, Vicario back. Spence, Romero with the band. Ben Davies, Udogi, Yves, Archie Gray, Rodrigo, Johnson, Solanke, and of course, Mathis Tay, who is on loan from Bayern Munich. Last time these two faced off at the cottage, it was literally a year ago today. Fulham got them 3-0. With Muniz with a brace and Lukic, who unfortunately is red carded right now, is not here. On the bench now, I'm kind of sad, but it is what it is. Harrison Reed gave up a very, very I still don't think it was a penalty. I don't think it was a penalty, and I don't think he could have actually been back there marking the man. I really don't. I I don't like how that's... I don't like how that was... I don't like how that happened. But Cuenca, Sessegnon, Benda, of course, Joshua King, it's good to see him back on the bench. Tom Carney, Traore, Godot, and of course Rodrigo Muniz, who I just said. But Pereira did just try a shot at goal that was yeah, that was something. Let's just say that was something. And just leave it at that. And even though we have entered the stream key and everything, it still doesn't seem like it's showing up on the assist. But YouTube seems to be working nice and well. We apologize for last time. We had a brief cutout due to some electrical problems, but nonetheless, we're doing good. I have some I have a bagel and tea waiting for me, which I will get back to during the next stoppage in play. Because right now my son is not happy with me. But we now have a throw in. Mentioning that Fulham is 5 points outside the top six. But of course, it's that match next week against, well, not next week, but the match against Crystal Palace that a lot of people are focused on. But first things first, you got to handle business here, and this is always a danger, especially with Fulham facing someone that's below them in the table. Spurs, interesting. They're wearing green today. Willian with the ball. Robinson back to Willian. This is a thing. There has to be a way to work from the right side because you got Castagna at the bottom. Robinson trying to get into the box. Robinson's with a trip and a foul. Anthony Robinson having a great season, especially Mr. Assist. However, despite all the trade talks and things, Fulham still has their own European aspirations. Whether it's a top six finish or an FA Cup win, don't hold up. Don't hold back. Because last time I checked, yeah, Tottenham may be the greater name, the most popular name, one of the more popular ones. Still, Castagna into the box, and it's knocked out from Tottenham for a corner. I think that was Davies who got on that. But yeah, I know we hadn't talked much about the Tottenham bench, but the Tottenham bench is no Van der Vern, Poro, Madison, Bergval, Scarlett, and of course, Son is on the bench as well. So if they need some striking power, it's there. Even though it feels weird saying this, but Song has struggled this season to find the back of the net. There's two other games on the lineup today. But the only one happening now is Arsenal-Chelsea. And there's no score on that. Later on, it'll be Leicester against Man U. And that one is at the King Power. Believe me, I'm going for Leicester in that one. I mean, let's face it, the dream of a Man U relegation is it's not a dream. I think that's the thing that maybe people don't want to admit is that that's not a dream. Everyone remember, people remember Newcastle has been relegated. Little glitch in the coverage, but beyond that, everything seems to be running pretty smooth. We're slowly creeping towards the 11th minute. No scores so far. Spurs has the ball, tries to get into the box. Fulham is able to get it out, but the danger is not over with. Wolby, it looks like Castagna just got ran over, but nonetheless, Dogi knocked him over. Fulham's going to have a goal kick. Fulham needs to get back to trying to get back to not just their winning ways, but also just to have something going into the match. And I'm getting a notice about OBS. But quote unquote, can't worry about that right now. But I'm checking because it makes it seem like I'm still on. I'm just verifying. I'm checking because it makes it seem like I'm still on. Yeah, I'm still on. I'm still So I'm still going. I'm gonna keep going. I'm just verifying. Yeah, I'm still on. I'm still verifying. So I'm still going. I'm gonna keep going. Yeah, it's I'm still going. So I don't know what's happening with something else, but nonetheless, but in the meantime, I'm back to the game. Back to Spurs has a corner. Keeping the volume down so it's not Spurs. Nah. Yes, that was not a Pereira foul. As that was not a Pereira foul, so that's good. That's our big thing. It's just making sure that's not a prayer foul, so it will not use the counter. Nonetheless, thanking everyone who is watching so far. We are currently in a really bad Arby's commercial. I'm messing. 17th minute, no score yet, but Fulham has tried to keep the ball, but Tottenham has definitely been the more aggressive team, especially with those back-to-back corners. Also, at this time, they have the most possession. They have one shot compared to Fulham, and this is where it's going to be. This is going to be a problem. Fulham has to find a way to actually, if nothing else, just get the ball into the box, take whatever shot that you can, and see what happens. We don't. That's the thing. We don't have any real poachers. This is the days of Zamora and Andy Johnson, where it's like you have someone else in the box that you know will just poach a goal. But out to the right side with the Wobie trying to get something into the box, but there is no white shirts there. This is frustrating, but this is what we're watching. Also, I had to forget, watch is off. I had to turn the watch off because I do have Fought Mob on my watch, so I need to make sure that that's not going. They're highlighting Mr. Emil Smith Rowe, who has had with 5 goals has had a pretty good season. We haven't seen him lately as far as finding the back of the net, but he's always a welcome sight. Iwobi's able to get the ball away back to Leno. Leno out to Castagna. Iwobi is still down, so Castagna kicks it out of the box. Sorry, kicks it off the pitch. Iwobi a little slow to get up. I don't think we're that much of a hurry to get to the bench. Iwobi limping a little bit. Hopefully he's, back up going. Not saying I wouldn't mind Joshua King getting in this match. I like his speed. I know Harrison Reed would like to get in just to get some redemption after that really, really bad penalty last week. Willian, I don't know how I feel right now, except I'm just hoping that his fitness is well enough. Iwobi gets it. There's no one really in the box. Again, and Tottenham regains possession. I don't want to be just one of those people that it's like completely negative. But yeah, it goes back to Bassi. Sorry, let's get back to the current lineups. Arsenal has put one in against Chelsea. Tottenham trying to get one in themselves. That just goes all the way past everyone, and I thought Spurs had a corner, but they're saying it didn't go out. Spurs keeping possession, and as always with Fulham, anyone below them in the table is very, very dangerous. Fulham trying to maintain possession. Stanya, it's back to Leno. Leno kicks the ball straight to man Udogie. Udogie. I'm not gonna act like I don't like him. He has been a little bit aggressive. He's been able to get on the ball. Castagna is doing his best, but Castagna right now is outmatched, and of course the Loney from Bayern Munich gets on there as well. Definitely has some speed. Tried to beat the keeper. It was way too far out to the right. But still, this game is being chased. Fulham is chasing this game, and there's no other way to describe that. Fulham finally has possession. The thing is, possession and a half. Who's going towards the box? It low. Wow. It was Jimenez. It looked like he got pushed in the back, but no call from the ref. William with the ball. William into the box. Nothing. Boot. William with the header. This is Jimenez tries to be a little bit more aggressive, pushes off the ball, and now it's gonna be a free kick for Tottenham. We're checking out the replay now. We're gonna see was Jimenez. He's onside. He does get pushed, but there's no foul. William trying to get out to Smith Rowe. They've announced the summer series. Fulham in the United States. Fulham will not be there this time. Into the box. Still nothing. Tottenham has it. They're trying to get on the break. Bassey does a good job of slowing him down. Silva is very animated on the bench now. Yeah, it's a small. Okay, it is a push, but the way that Jimenez jumped may have convinced the referee otherwise. He's definitely. Uh, we are focused. I did not realize how shiny my face is, but nonetheless, people are viewing this stream. I want to thank you for that. I'm sure someone is on here just trying to catch me. Maybe I have a viral moment. It's perfectly fine. Ball's out of play right now for a throw in for Spurs. Oh, my. Nope. Are they gonna? Okay, that was a non-Pereira foul there. Mm. All right, I see what happened. Sometimes you just want one. You just want one decent stream. I think I know what's happening, and I think we're gonna make a quick adjustment at halftime because this was yeah. I know what happened now. Nope, nope, not gonna. William goes down. Spurs is on the break. Nope. You're saying it was all ball. And I am man. You know. All right. All right. And now corner from Fulham. Tried to get it on. It just man. All right, everything seems to be up, steady. Deep breath. Fulham has definitely had more. No, I mean yes, it's filled. We're back to that whole Fulham actually having possession. And in that 1-0 Arsenal game, it was Mikel Merino who scored in the 20th. And that's all I'm gonna say there. Bassey's just like, ah, I love that aggressiveness. It sucks that they gave it a foul on it. William Robinson into the box, taken out of the way. It's gonna be a throw in. Romero is down, just killing some time, slowing down, slowing down the flow of play. I am not feeling that, but it is what it is. Fulham Robinson is onside. Tries to get the ball into to Jimenez. It's just the captain gets to it. Romero, great interception. Throw into Fulham. Castagna. Anderson. Iwobi. Right side. Trying to get into the box. Trying to find someone. Poach. Castagna with a shot, but the keeper saves it comfortably. Not angry. It's a shot on goal, but this is exactly what I'm saying. We don't have that poacher. We don't have a poacher yet. But with Fulham, you're just glad that there's someone on. That's the thing. Off the Davies had a tip, didn't kick it right. Castagna was there, but Vicario with the easy save. Iwobi with the interception. Iwobi waiting for some help. It does not come, so it's going to be a throw in. William throws it out to Robinson. Robinson is going to do the throw. Robinson back out to Bassey. To Anderson. Out to Castagna. Castagna trying to find Iwobi. But Iwobi is knocked out. Slowly, Fulham is it's back in their own side again. Bassey, and there was a foul by Rodrigo. Trying to sling trying to sling him away. Willian on the corner into Robinson. Robinson into the ref. The ref got in the way. There's no other way I can say that. Silva's on the bench shaking his head. I'm here shaking my head. And it's, yeah, Andy Madley. Andy Madley is the ref for this game. And that was a frustrating, because Fulham literally has 3 shots on goal. No, sorry, 3 shots, 1 shot on target, 57% possession, but also 3 fouls. But none of them are by Pereira. So the Pereira counter is not going at this time. Robinson, the throw in. It's actually a sunny day in the cottage. It's a thunderstorm warning in my area. For those in the United States, if you're in the center or East Coast, hopefully you are staying safe. There's been lots of tornadoes and other bad weather, flooding going on. Hopefully, if you're able to, this is a little bit of a reprieve. While there's been no score, there's definitely been some action. Iwobi has the ball. Trying to get it to Jimenez. That does not work. Willian. Try to get out to Robinson. Robinson has it. Robinson back to Jimenez. Jimenez loses the ball. Jimenez gets chopped. That is definitely a foul on Tottenham. And I think we may get our first card. Yeah, just steps. Just straight up steps on Jimenez's foot. And that should be a booking. I don't know why, but that should have been a booking. It was like literally, I get you're going for the ball, but you stepped straight on the heel. Step with the heel straight on the front of the foot. Nothing's gonna come easy for Spurs today. Nothing's gonna come easy for Fulham today. This game's gonna be chippy, and they're made. I'm not gonna jinx it. Willian, I'm not sure about his fitness, but he does get one into the box. Jimenez tries to get to it. Iwobi tries to get to it. Nothing happening. Keeper's gonna grab it and throw. The Tottenham black back line has been Romero, Davies, Udogi. They've been keeping Tottenham in it. I got some rumbles behind me. Pereira getting out to Iwobi. Iwobi trying to find its way into the box. Not Anderson to Iwobi. Iwobi. He's going to pass it to Castagna. No, Iwobi does find his way to the box. Bounces off a Tottenham player. They're appealing for handball. Does not look like that's going to happen. It would be soft. It would be a soft handball. Iwobi does a good job. I think did his job. Yeah, that's off the hand. That should be. Uh, You know what? Actually, I don't know. Pereira into the box. Taken out by Tottenham. Tottenham getting it back. Trying to get it back to the side. Smith Rowe into the box. There's no one there. The keeper tries to knock it away. Fulham is still maintaining possession. Willian. Robinson is in the box. Iwobi's near. Robinson gets into the box. Headed away. Robinson still possession. We're now in the 43rd minute. No score in this game. Robinson again. Tries to get into the box. Knocked away for corner. Yeah, I definitely need to adjust my camera for the second half. Corner, tried to get into Anderson. Anderson was not able to get the defender off of him. Out to William. William off that left side. Still can't figure a way into the box. Being marked well, but I want to say that's Johnson or Spence that's marking him. Bear with again. I don't have my glasses. Lots of things that will be appearing in the second half. My glasses, food, and also a cross by William. Jimenez. Jimenez tried to shoot. No, going nowhere. Spurs now has the ball. Fulham is crowding. Spurs maintains possession. We are not doing, and it is not. The counter is still free. It is not an Andreas Pereira foul. This game has gotten quite chippy over the last few minutes. Actually, it's been pretty. I will say this: it has actually been pretty chippy most of this time. Tottenham with the ball. Anderson and Pereira doing their thing. And the Pereira counter is on and has been used. Considering it's just one right now, I can live with that. Indicator board came up 1 minute of stoppage. After this, it would have been kind of crushing. Jimenez tried. It is, man, this has been it's been a really frustrating half. But nonetheless, it is halftime. It's 0-0. And to be honest, that should be where this game is. That's really where this game should be. and it is definitely where it deserves. But each team definitely had their chances. If you're a Fulham fan, you may be a little frustrated that it's just you weren't able to get. You had one shot, couldn't make more out of it. But beyond that, it has not been. I don't know how I feel about that right now. It hasn't been the worst game ever. And both of these teams have definitely been doing quite a bit of fouling. So I'm not. I can't even act like I'm surprised. But nonetheless, going into the half, that's where we're at. 60 possession Fulham, 6-1 on shots and shot on targets, corners, fouls, and offsides. This has not been a bad game by any means. Just has not been, just hasn't been a great one. It'll be interesting to see what happens in the second half. There were no substitutions, no real injuries. I need to get some coffee real quick. Well, actually, not coffee, but tea. It feels like I could use some coffee right now. Nonetheless, we will be back shortly. Thank you, everyone, for watching. A little bit difficult, a little bit rough start, but we are starting to get starting to get our stride, starting to get our stride a little bit. Making sure everything still shows up. These are the stats. Again, Fulham, Tottenham, 0-0. This has actually been one of my more successful streams with 10 viewers so far. Nonetheless, I gotta go get some food real quick. Something in my belly. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Second half has begun. We are rocking again. This is Jonas Brasco. After a rough first half, each team has come back onto the field. We do have Spurs has made a couple of substitutions, so the screen will reflect that shortly. But first, we're going to wait to see what happens after this corner. And nothing spectacular happened after that, so they're going to do it again. Fulham keeps the ball out. The two subs are definitely trying to make an impact for Tottenham's. Fulham, no substitutions at halftime. We will make adjustments accordingly, but first, we gotta see where things go with that. Hopefully, no one is hearing the commentators. But yes, I should go ahead and mention Paul Tanieri is the VAR, which we have not had any VAR in this game, which is very, very surprising. Because there definitely should be. There really should be. All right, substitutions have been added. Fulham still maintaining possession, but it has just not been. No, there's no gonna be any cheap penalties. At least not from Fulham gets them. They very rarely. And just so we see who is left on the bench. I like to say current bench. Versus the current lineup. Fulham has not made any substitutions yet. Pereira, one foul. Hopefully that will just stay at one foul. Willian. Willian's trying to make its way in the box. Willian hesitates. Does it go off at Tottenham? It is. It does go off a defender. There is a corner. The crowd is going, come on, Fulham. Fulham, this is going to be their fifth corner of the game. Song's playing defense against Iwobi in the center. And Emil Smith Rowe just skies it over. Fulham hasn't had a rugby team in how many years? We don't know, but that was definitely not it. But if it was American football, he definitely would have made a 30-yarder easily. Slight adjustment to the camera. It looks like they're from it looks like James Madison is making Matson looks like they're making a move on the bench early. Something that needs to be kept in mind is Tottenham did have a match previously. They were playing in the Europa League and they lost to AZ Alkmaar. And Bergvall, it was with an own goal too. So Tottenham has had their so this is not a Tottenham has had some struggles with goals as of late. So that's something that should be kept in mind. So as much as I don't want to admit it, a they they drew Bournemouth. They won the first leg 3-1. Sorry, I missed it. That let's try this again. They won 3-2 aggregate by a 3-1 win over AZ Alkmaar. Solanke tried to make something happen, but Fulham does have the actually did some slips. Fulham does have the ball. But as you see, Fulham's lineup is still the same. Leno, Castagna, Anderson, Bassi, Robinson, Pereira, Sandberg, Willian, Iwobi, Smith Rowe, who just sold that last one, and Jimenez. Unless someone's injured, I wouldn't expect. No, no, he does not. Iwobi does not kick his foot. Oh, I'm just gonna go ahead and say this. If you are expecting there not to be bias against Tottenham, let's see. Looks like it was a header by Solanke, but I'm not sure if Solanke actually was the one who got their head on it. Looking at the replay, it is, so it is going to be a goal kick Fulham. Still, no score. But Tottenham is maintaining possession. This has been. I'm not going to say this was. Odds were in Tottenham's favor for this one, which I don't like, but still a draw is possible. Tell trying to get into the box. Nope, there is no foul. Well, Tottenham's forced to get it back to the keeper. As things stand now, Fulham would be Fulham would maintain 10th place. Bournemouth is a point ahead of them as it stands. Tottenham would be in 13th still. The only thing that separates them from Everton is goal differential and a point. In the meantime, Arsenal is still up 1-0 and of course still staying at that number 2 spot. Chelsea trying to creep up on Forest, but they're currently stuck in 4th and a point ahead of Man City. So people know Forest did win yesterday 4-2 against Ipswich. Well, Man City and Brighton drew at 2-2. Wolves putting themselves some space between Southampton and the rest of the bottom 3. The 2-1 win. Brentford, we haven't heard much about them. They are 2 points behind Fulham at this time. They beat Bournemouth 2-1. Because of Crystal Palace's cup tie, Newcastle and the Palace game has been rescheduled for the 16th of April. Everton West Ham. Everton really needed that win, but they weren't able to make it happen. So, nonetheless, they're both tied with Manchester United squished in the middle. And last but not least, which was I won't say a shocker, but Villa Liverpool was 2-2. In the meantime, we do have some crowders going. We're just trying to see what can happen. Jimenez intercepted, intercepted again. Some kickball. I mean, yes, I know football is literally kickball, but what I mean is just back and forth with no real possession. And before I forget, apologies. This is not an ASMR video, but Robinson on that left side kicks it back to Willian. Tottenham doing a good job. Smith Rowe has it. Smith Rowe can't do anything with it, and is it gonna be? It's gonna be. Looks like it's gonna be a goal kick. 60th minute. We're now wondering, what can Fulham do? Who do they have on the bench that can make something happen? A great throw into shot into Rodrigo. Wow. The sub, Virgil, shot on, well, it wasn't quite a shot on goal, but he was aiming, it was just wide right. But still, great passing from Tottenham. I think it actually, I want to say it went off a Fulham defender. And it did. Son is going to take the corner. Kick was too quick. Goes to the outside. Still has possession, but pass straight to the keeper. Lane trying to be a little bit fancy. It actually does its job. Jimenez gets out to Iwobi. Had to pull it back a little bit. But Fulham still maintaining possession. Back to Castagna. Back to Bassi. To Willian. Sandberg. And we're hearing that Traore and Muniz are going to come in for Fulham. Robinson on the left side. Being marked very well. Having to get it back to Bassi. Back to Anderson. Tottenham with some Iwobi. Iwobi muscling. Iwobi working that ball. And the lineman is going to give it as a Tottenham throw, I believe. Ooh, that was a nice little bit of thunder there. Nope, don't you dare. I saw that flash. Don't you dare. My stream has been going well. Muniz and Traore are coming in for Alex Iwobi and Raul Jimenez. Neither of them are looking forward to this. Traore, you're going to know him because he's the one that's always on the pitch with his shirt tugged in. It just wasn't there for him today, but nonetheless, it's good to just go ahead and make the substitutions now. 65th minute, actually kind of early for Marco Silva to make these substitutions, but there are no arguments out of me. Adama Traore is coming in as well. And the substitutions have been changed for the current lineup. And now, Traore and Muniz have been taken off the bench. So now you know who Fulham has left. Benda, Cuenca, Sessegnon, Reed, Josh King, Carney, and Godot. Still, hopefully. All right, looks like Bassi, by no means, there should not be a late card. Do not be a late card. Bassi's getting into Romero's face. Everyone's trying to. Son, Leno trying to get him to back off. You think Tell's okay, limping a little bit. They may show the challenge again, but they did not. The thing is, Bassi definitely did not hear the whistle. Bassi did not hear the whistle. They're gonna show this. Okay, so Bassi goes down. He does not hear the whistle, and then he just goes after Tell. He just goes straight after Tell. He is going for the ball. He is going for the ball, but he does catch Tell. If it wasn't for the whistle, Bassi probably would have easily had a card, possibly a red. And Madison's coming in, so let's make another change. Yeah, quick change. Tell takes a shot. Wonderful. Leno gets to it. Man, there is quality. There is a reason they're in the Europa League. Tell, great shot. Solanke just couldn't get anything on it. But Tell, Leno gets straight to it. Solanke sails it over. Robinson with a throw in, but Tottenham gets it back. You're going to say William with the foul. Tottenham has definitely been the more aggressive team in the second half. No shots on, because Fulham, no shots on target, no big chances. 5 fouls and only one corner. Traore into the box. Touch, but Fulham is going to get a corner. Looks like Tom Carney is about to come in for Fulham. But Pereira is going to take the corner. Willian. Tom Carney had that one goal in the draw that they had at the Hotspur Stadium with 1-1, but also a red card. So this may be a little bit of a revenge. Emil Smith Rowe is gonna ride. Well, I was gonna say ride some pine, but they have the nice comfy seats now. It's gonna switch out. Nonetheless, the stalwart, the leader. He's been here through thick and thin, through championship, through promotion, through relegation. And since they keep mentioning the Premier League Summer Series, the teams are Bournemouth, Everton, Man U, and West Ham. Fulham is demanding a foul. It's as always, that's not going to happen. We know they're not happy. It's fine. Fulham, couple of substitutions left. The question is, what's left for Fulham to work with? Cuenca, Sessignon, Reed, Joshua King, and Godot. That is it for the Fulham bench. Not quite sure where it's going to come from, but we just got to watch. We just got to watch and see. William bumps knees. Traore's trying to get onto it. Traore is late. Tottenham still has the ball, but they kick it out. We are in the 75th minute. So, and over in that other game, Arsenal Chelsea one nothing Arsenal. These are the only games happening right now in the Premier League, all London. Depending on where you're located. For me, it is 11:03 in the morning. Bear with us, we're still keeping track of the weather. Robinson kicks to the right side. It's like it's still like struggling to find. Okay, how are we going to? Because Tottenham is doing a great job of closing down on the ball, but Traore has it. Traore's trying to make a run to the center. He's not gonna pass it to Pereira. He should have passed it to Pereira. But Pereira is able to get back to it, gets it off of Madison. Pereira's going. Willian to shoot. And it's outside wide right. It was not a bad. It wasn't. It was on frame. Or it came close. The cross. Vicario gets to it. Tries to curve it right, but it looks closer than what it was, but it really wasn't. Willian probably about still 3-4 yards out from that center right of the frame, but still, keeper had to take it, had to believe it was a problem, and it was not. Goal kick for Tottenham. Wilby's able. Sorry, now Wilby Traore's able to get to it. The crowd's getting a little bit more into it. Willian, he gets closed down real quickly. Back to Carney. Bassi gonna shoot it back to Leno. They're gonna reset. Try again. Pereira, nice header. Get to Traore. Traore in the box of Muniz. Muniz cannot get to it. I'm sorry, I kept saying Pereira. That's it. Hand color. William. Robinson into the box. Matson gets to it. Muniz! Go! Go! Rodrigo Muniz! Nicely done. Put it on the board. Fulham 1. Spurs 0. Rodrigo Muniz, 78th minute. But what can you say? Muniz got a brace last year on this day. Well done, Rodrigo Muniz. William gets out to Robinson. Robinson into the middle. Traore. Pereira to Muniz. I'm gonna wait a second to see how they do this. Yes, exactly where it is. Muniz, 78th minute. Assist. Andreas Pereira. Score 1-0 Fulham. And this is such a bias. Okay, I'm fine. I'm fine. That was so biased, but I'm still not even gonna get into that. Muniz is able to get out to Traore. Traore holding the ball. But Tottenham is going to be more aggressive. Intercepted. Tom Carney. Carney is not going to shoot. Back out to Robinson. Tottenham with his push. Let's get to where we're at now. I imagine Spurs is going to go to the bench soon. Tottenham did make a substitution. just before that goal, Odobert came in for Tell. Pereira tried with the free kick, but Vicario was on there to punch it out. If you're Fulham, you want to, multiple goals have definitely been a struggle this season. They haven't scored more than 3 in a match. But still, a great goal for Muniz. It's 1-0 on Tottenham. Muniz being held. Whistles have been going on. The ref is talking to Pereira, but not for a foul on from Pereira. The Pereira counter has been good. The Pereira counter has just been won. And if you were Spurs, you only have one sub left. It's gonna be advantage Fulham. Troy was cut down. Willian kicked out for the Spurs defender, so it's gonna be a throw in. Willian does not throw in the ball, so that's gonna be Anthony Robinson. And with Tottenham, that's who they have left on their bench. Still, we don't know what's gonna happen there. Fulham still has 2 subs left. And it looks like Tottenham is going to use their final substitution shortly. I like wearing this hat, and I'd like to see a second goal. I really would like to see a second goal because if nothing else, I don't want to talk Fulhamish time. Robinson into the box. Muniz, I wish not the touch. Sorry, that was Pereira. Pereira, not the touch he wanted. Tottenham with the ball. Fulham's back line has been really solid this game. Especially, however, in the second half, Tottenham has been more aggressive with 9 shots and 2 on target. Fulham still not a lot of the shots, but where they made the thing was possession. No, there was no penalty in the box. Bassey's telling them to get up. No, yeah, there's no penalty. He tried to pull Bassey down. Bassey didn't go down. You're not getting a spot kick from there. Lenny's very, very awkward. Bergvall trying to get it in. Bergvall is basically, if there's the goal, it's going to be from Bergvall. Is it going to be for Son? Is it going to be from Solanke? I don't know about that, but it's not going to be right here. It's going to be a goal kick for Fulham. Again, not a foul, Bergvall. Bassett gets to the ball. Looks like Scarlett's coming on. And Willian is coming off for Fulham. 86 minutes. Not complete. I wouldn't say full fitness, but still a good performance out of him today. It's still, there's a little bit of rust there, but still, Sessignon, you don't stop. Ryan Sessignon has appeared on the pitch. So let's make some quick adjustments. That is the power of the subs. Y'all, and you don't stop. 2-0 Fulham. Ryan Sessignon, 88th minute, straight off the bench. They're showing Hugh Grant in the stands. Well-known Fulham supporter. That's why you bring him on. Yes, he's a defender, but he still has that speed we saw back when he was 18. And I literally just made the change. But that's what you need. And before I make any of the Spurs change, we just going to say this. Leno, great ball. Onside. Sessignon knows where the ball was. Turns around the defender, takes the shot, upper right corner. 2-0 Fulham. And that's what you're supposed to do. Ben Davies was not aggressive enough. He tried to pull him down. Sessignon like, get off me. Clean shot. Keeper had a chance, but it was too quick. 2-0 Fulham. Welcome to the 90th minute. That's the second goal of the season for Sessignon. Tottenham tries to get something quick. Leno's going to sit on the ball a little bit because we know what's happening now. We're in the 90th minute. That's not great. 5 minutes of stoppage. With that, Fulham has one more change off the bench. That's all Spurs right now. What you see is what you get. And he's just trying to get something. Again, we are, until that final whistle goes, there is no, do not take anything for granted. Fulham going for 3 goals. Traore kicks it back. Arsenal still leading Chelsea 1-0. Robinson out to Sessegnon. Tottenham's going to get the throw. 92nd minute. Never say never until the final whistle happens. If you're a Fulham fan, you never say never. And this is important. If Fulham gets this one, first things first, you want, not only do you want the 3 points, but you also want that goal differential. Anthony Robinson with a run. Anthony Robinson with a wonderful run. Robinson into the middle. Muniz is bowled over. Robinson still challenges Kearney. It's going on. Sesson, oh, and there's going to be a whistle. There's going to be a whistle. And Bassi, there's your showing again. He did not give up a penalty. Out to Sessegnon. Sessegnon with that speed. Fulham is just, if nothing else, they're doing a great job of trying to control the ball. And as soon as I said that, they gave up. Sessegnon gives up possession. That's, I think, the only real weakness of Sessegnon's game. When he has the ball and there's no one around, he can definitely make some stuff happen. Otherwise, we don't know. Leno with the catch. Leno goes down. We're in the 94th minute. They're showing it. They're showing those Tottenham fans. Carney back to Sessegnon. This is, again, it's possession. When you Sessegnon's great on the break, but just maintaining it is not their best thing. But Tottenham gets the ball back. It's Song. Song into the box. Shot. Leg saved by Leno. I think it was Solanke with the shot. It was Solanke with the shot, but still, Fulham keeping it happening. Fulham, 95th minute. Fulham trying to go up to 8th place. Boy, there's less than a minute left in the game. And my son is making me realize that I had the phone on. I had my phone out there. And the game is over. Fulham, much needed win against Spurs. It's gonna be there's gonna be some break time. But nonetheless, and it did not, wow. There's nothing I can say about that. Fulham, much needed win. 2-0. In the meantime, bonus coverage has stopped with Arsenal. Arsenal has beaten Chelsea 1-0. Remember, there's only one team in the SW6, and that's Fulham. And tonight, same way it proved. But Chelsea is in that fourth at 49 points. Fulham 45 points, not that far behind. And with Man City's match with that 2-2 draw against Brighton, that's what keeps them. Brighton 47 points, Newcastle 47 points. And now you're going to have a game in hand. Man City 48 points, Chelsea 49. That's the story of how this goes. Tottenham 34 points, not in danger of relegation. But still, this is going to be a much, much needed second half. Fulham 2-0. Stream quality has gone down a little bit, so let's pick that back up because the weather is not on my side. Leandreas Pereira foul counter, 1 foul. No cards. That makes me happy. You have no idea how happy that makes me. Still, we'll have some final insights. Fortunately, I need to myself get on the road. But this is what was needed. Final stats. 57%. This is the type of game Fulham needed. Yes, we got the possession win, 57%, but also 13 shots, 4 on target. Spurs had more chances, the big chances, but they missed all 3. 13 fouls. It's Fulham. There's fouls, but 2 things have happened. That does not happen in Fulham games a lot. Fulham, clean sheet. Fulham, no cards. Clean sheet, no cards. No arguments there. What's left? Is those next 3 games. Those next 3 games. We'll have a break next week for the 29th. It's going to be Crystal Palace. And then, unfortunately, I can't do midweek games, so the Arsenal game will not be streamed. But I will be back on the 6th for Liverpool, and then on the 14th at Bournemouth. So I'm looking forward to, I know anybody that's a Fulham fan, anyone that's a Palace fan, at Craven Cottage, the 29th, 6th round of the FA Cup. Winner goes to Wembley and the semifinals. Fulham has made to the quarterfinals several times. But this is good. This is nice. Only 1 offside for each. But I love that discipline. No yellows, no reds. I think if you're a Fulham fan, you're happy how this went. You are very happy how this went. You're very happy that, oh man, I'm going to take this for what it is. A great win. A great win for Fulham. A great win for the Craven Cottage crowd. Also, Hugh Grant is going to brag about this, which is perfectly fine. I'm happy with that. But thanks again for everyone who watched. Final score, Fulham 2, Tottenham 0. Your goal scorers: Mr. Muniz, Rodrigo Muniz in the 78th minute. 10 minutes later, Ryan Sessegnon in the 88th minute. One of Fulham's very few two-score games. Last time, 2-1 over Wolves. This is also their first shutout since the 18th of January. Fulham does not shut out teams that much. And that also was a 2-0 score at the King Power against Leicester. So that right there is a big deal. But still, Fulham has not been able to hit the net 3 times this year. The last time they did this against a Premier League squad was against Brighton, but we're not going to go there. We're not going to go there. We're not going to talk about it. The next game, again, I won't be able to stream it, but they will be at Arsenal. Game earlier this year, December 8th, earlier this season. Fulham and Arsenal had a 1-1 draw. A 1-1 draw. Also, Liverpool, a 1-1 draw. And Bournemouth, Liverpool and Bournemouth, each 2-2 draws. So as far as the next opponents, yeah, Crystal Palace is the only team, as far as the next 4 opponents, that Fulham has lost to this season. And that was that crushing 2-0 defeat at the Cottage. But nonetheless, Sasha Luka will be back. Fulham, I want to say they'll be getting some help from the bench, but no, are injured. There's nothing else I can say about that. And we're still waiting for mid-April. We're still, for the most part, waiting for mid-April before they can come back. With Kenny Tente with the knee, Harry Wilson with the foot, and Reece Nelson, I've been so waiting for him to come back. He's so quick off the bench. But Reece Nelson will be back in early. All of them are going to be April. But still, Sessegnon off the bench with the speed. The bench really came in big. The back line was wonderful. And Pereira gets your man of the match. Or he better be man of the match. He definitely had the highest rating. But still, the way the story goes, Ryan Sessegnon played for Fulham, then went to Spurs, came back to Fulham, scores the winning goal. Or sorry, not the winning goal, but the goal to seal it. Couldn't write a better story. It is now 11:32. I meant to get off at 11:30, so I'm going to cut this short. Thanks for everyone who hopped on. Once again, next 3 scheduled matches. Crystal Palace, Liverpool at Bournemouth on the 14th. Liverpool on the 6th. And Crystal Palace for a trip to Wembley on the 29th. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. This is Jonas Brasco signing off. Up the Fulham. All right.